Welcome to Talkin' Tigers. I'm Rachel Whittaker. Let's turn to recruiting today, as the McDonald's All-American game featured some LSU connections on Wednesday night. So let's welcome in now our recruiting writer, Andrew Lopez. Andrew, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. It was a great game last night. You know, LSU, one of two schools in the country to have multiple recruits in the game, LSU and Duke being the only ones. Granted, there were 8 uncommitted prospects, so that's probably going to change at one point. But the fact that LSU, had, the top player in the game in Ben Simmons, number 2 shooting guard in Antonio Blakeney, it also gave a lot of coverage to Johnny Jones's program throughout the broadcast last night. So right. Starting with that guy right there, Ben Simmons.
Right, he had 10 rebounds on the night and 7 points, I believe, as well. But right. What is LSU going to gain with him that you've seen? I mean, they just learned that they're losing Jarrell Martin and Jordan Mickey to the pros.
They're going to gain a player who showed off his versatility last night. ESPN was calling him the guy with the best vision in this class, and I think that's true as well. 7 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. I even think at one point he got a little angry last night on the bench, because even in this all-star game setting, you had guys who were just trying to get their shots up, and he wants to win the game. So I think that ultimately kind of got to him a little bit, but you like to see that. You like to see that competitiveness, that fire in a guy like that.
Absolutely, and he'll be on the national stage again tonight. He's going to the
Right.
Dick's Sporting Goods National Tournament. So
Right.
again, even more exposure for Ben Simmons. And you mentioned Antonio Blakeney as well. He and Simmons are trying to sway Malik Newman from Mississippi to come to Baton Rouge next season. So Andrew, what do you think the chances of that might be? And they would make for a formidable trio for Johnny Jones.
Right now, Blakeney, who in that game last night was on the receiving end, I think, of maybe 2 of the Ben Simmons assists. Blakeney's a guy who, he's more of a 2 guard, and where Malik Newman can come in and possibly play the point as well. Newman is a guy who some consider, a top 5 player in the country, depending on what service you use, and if LSU was able to get him onto that, that they already have the number 6 recruiting class with just 2 players. I think that vaults them into the conversation for one of the best recruiting classes in the country. You're looking at 3 5-star prospects there for Johnny Jones. It's going to be some stiff competition going down at the end. You still have Kentucky you have to deal with. You still have Kansas that you have to deal with, especially with Kelly Oubre leaving to go into the NBA now. So Newman's going to want to go someplace where he can score. It'll be a great get, but I think it's still a tight race, and I think LSU has a good chance though.
And LSU, of course, they had a great season this year getting to the NCAA tournament, but could not beat NC State, as we know. So we'll keep an eye on those 3 guys as the year continues. Well, Andrew, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you, as always, for watching Talkin' Tigers. Have a great Easter weekend.